All right. Welcome to Sideboardmtg. My name's Eric, and today is Subscriber Sunday, or Sunday, and we play a bunch of subscriber decks on Sunday, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. It's our tribal week, so Subscriber Sunday is going to be full of just all kinds of I guess you would say just great tribes, but yet some of them are not tribal. And let me explain. When we get into the Merfolk deck, there's not as many Merfolk as you would normally expect in a tribal deck. But it is the Merfolk deck that won this week, and it is a Merfolk combo-ish deck, if you will, that allows us to throw a bunch of cards in our graveyard and kind of splendid reclamation those back. So we'll get a chance to play around with that card, World Shaper. But there are some good Merfolk in the deck, and it is definitely a Merfolk deck. It just uses some of those Merfolk that we don't normally use. So we've got one of each of the tribes today. We've got a pirate deck. Actually, I've got two pirate decks that I've highly considered just running both of them. But we've got a Rakdos pirate deck that is sure to be extremely powerful, with the ability to be swinging to do 10 damage with just a single creature. Seems really good. A lot of buffs there on the Rakdos deck. So let's go ahead and get into the show. So if you do like the show, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, and if you are new to the community and you want to see your deck shown here on Subscriber Sunday, then you're going to have to subscribe. So hit that subscribe button and we'll go from there. Alright, so how do you get your deck on our Subscriber Sunday? And I do have to kill a little bit of time here. We're still waiting on Manatraders to bring the cards over. But how do you get your deck on the Subscriber Sunday? Well, it's simple. Check the the description box below. There's a link to the subreddit. If you go to to my homepage, you can find a link to the Reddit there in the About section. Plus links to ways that you can support the channel if you want to do that. And I've got a ton of different ways that you can get the most out of your support. Because we want it to be a win-win. So there's a lot of things you can do, and and there's a lot of ways that you can help the channel out. So if you want to do that, you can. So let's get some shout outs to some of the guys here. We've got a lot of regulars here in the chat tonight or today. Brian, Jason, Savante, my the guy who's always typing in the or putting what time the deck play actually the list actually go out. And then we've got Crazy, and then Michael, James, I think I called Brian, and Jeffrey. Jeffrey and Flyboarg are here. Jeffrey here, one of my Patreons, cashed in his rewards this week to help Flyboarg's Pirates jump the list. So we had two Pirates decks posted this week, and they both got 2 votes. And Jeffrey cashed in his reward to get the Rakdos ahead of the Grixis list. So we will be playing the Rakdos tonight. So Flyboarg, thanks to Jeffrey there for getting your deck shown. As soon as Manatraders is ready, they keep saying 5 minutes here. 2%. Our stuff will be ready in 5 minutes. I think it's because we're in a queue and we're gonna have to wait. As of right now, I'm missing just a few cards here. So let's actually go over the deck. That seems like a really good thing to do. We'll talk about some of the decks we're going to be playing while we're waiting on some of the cards to come in. I just happen to own most of the cards for this deck. The price of the deck is really cheap. It uses a lot of commons and uncommons that if you've been drafting lately, you're probably going to get those. We've got Rigging Runner. Well, I was just going to let everyone put it in for themselves. I was trying to get your son to, thank Dad for getting his deck pushed ahead of the other one. Anyway, we've got Rigging Runner, Fanatical Firebrand, Daring Buccaneer. So look at the one drops in this little pirate deck, and they're not bad, guys. We've got a 1 mana 2/2 here. We've got a 1 mana 1/1 that has haste and it can do some pinging, and then we've got a 1 mana 1/1 that if it's any turn after turn 1, then we can probably have a 1 mana 2/2, which is not bad. The first strike on this one makes it really good anyway, especially in like mirror matches and things. So Justin, what's up? Yeah, we're doing the tribes. I have seen the Infinite Vampire list, and I was hoping someone was going to post it and compete against the vampire list that was posted, but unfortunately nobody posted it. We do have Infinite Dinos tonight, though, so we will be getting into Infinite Dinos as soon as Manatraders brings the cards. I did kind of throw quite a few cards on them, so it makes sense that we might be waiting a few moments. But as soon as we get to Dragon Skull Summits and the Engraph, we can roll on this. Now, in the 2-drop, we've got some Direfleet Poisoners. This is a card I wanted to talk to all you guys about. Now, if you're online, I think this card's going for like 25 cents a piece right now. It's one of the cards that I think that is easily going to become, just a dollar rare, just one of those things. It just happens. It's, so it is still rare. And I think as soon as people really start to see how powerful this card is, as soon as it gets played a little bit more, it's going to go way beyond just being a 25-cent card. So if you don't have your playset of these online, I would go ahead and grab some Direfleet Poisoners. Anyway, we've got Direfleet Poisoner. Works really, really good with our Menace creatures, but we don't have a lot of them. Like, do we even have Menace in this? Works really good with First Strike for sure. Giving a Rigging Runner Death Touch pretty much just guarantees he's living. Anyway, we've got the Direfleet Captain. Awesome card. Pumps up for a ton depending on which depending on how many pirates you have coming in. And then one of my favorite cards in this entire deck. Oh my goodness. It's 2 mana removal for Hydra. It's removal for a bunch of things, and you can, if you do things right, you can remove a couple cards with the one card. So you can easily 2-for-1 with this, especially if you're giving a First Strike Death Touch. So like you give the First Strike Death Touch, and then this blocks on the way back. You killed 2 things, and that's pretty powerful. I mean, 2-for-1 with the ability to 2-for-1. Yeah, you got to work for it, but it's not really hard to 1-for-1 for sure. And even if they kill this so that they can get through, you took their kill spell and whatever you gave Death Strike or Death Touch to. So yeah, there's some play here. I like this card. Anyway, Moment of Craving, a card that has really started to become a favorite of mine. This card is, I think it's a really good option for those people that don't have Fatal Push, that they can easily run this card. And I also see why someone would run both in the same deck. You gain that little bit of life. It is instant speed and can kill most of the things. One of the things that I was just quite impressed about this card is it takes care of a Danto's Vanguard, takes care of most of the lords. The new 2 mana Vampire Lord and the 2 mana what's the other lord? Merfolk Lord. Both of those takes care of those, so not a problem there. And then Forerunner of Coalition, just when vampires entering the battlefield, getting that extra little trigger right there, that part is just absolutely awesome. But being able to go search up, like say a Poisoner to put in your hand, or search up say a Direfleet Breakneck, that is absolutely terrific. Putting multiples of neck breakers down, Breakneck, Direfleet Neckbreaker, putting multiple neck breakers down seems like it's going to be terrific. So, have you got a chance to actually play this deck much, Jackson? I know he's here in chat, or his dad is. All right, so let's see. Michael, he thinks it's slow. He's here. Thank you for featuring his deck. There he is. That's Jackson. And then we got, what is that, Jorge? I was going to suggest before you enter the stream that you play this. WP, what? Okay. Cool. Let's see. 2 mana removal for Hydra. Wow, chat got away from me. The arm thing is legendary? What arm thing? What are you guys talking about? Anyway, moving into the sideboard, he did not have a sideboard, so there's a lot of things you could do to build a sideboard. Lost Legacy, you could put some different kill spells, Vraska's Contempt, whole bunch of different things. I actually just grabbed some pirates here. I just grabbed pirates that I thought that might fit really good in the deck. Just as an idea of different pirates that might play well, not necessarily as building a sideboard for the deck. One of the pirates that I really like, especially with Direfleet Poisoner, is the Fathom Fleet Captain. Fathom Fleet Captain allows you to create and put bodies onto the battlefield without actually having to expend cards. So, yeah, absolutely. Everyone subscribe, not just Austin. Anyway, Fathom Fleet Captain, it allows you to give Death Strike to multiple creatures, or give it to one creature that has to be blocked by multiple, and you only have to put 1 point of power per creature, no matter how big those creatures are, to assign Death Touch. So if you're giving this +1/+1 and Death Touch, you go 1/1 or 1 and 2, and they're both dead, no matter what. Or you're just swinging, and the menace itself can just like get past anything that can't really go wide, and you can continue to create menace pirates. Kitesail Freebooter, another pirate that I thought would go really well in the deck because of its ability to actually, you know, just pull cards from the opponent's hand, to be able to pull those board wipes when you're trying to go early. In this type of deck, I would not expect Kitesail to be played on turn 2 or turn 3. I would expect you to try to play into a deck and then maybe play the Kitesail on turn 4 or so to try to pull out that last piece of removal they had before you just get to go ham on them. And then Direfleet Daredevil, one of the new pirates that I really wanted to... Did I call it Death Strike? Did I really? I definitely meant Death Touch. Giving Menace and Death Touch. Death Strike is First Strike Death Touch. There we go. Anyway, Direfleet Daredevil, one of the other pirates that I really wanted to see in the Rakdos list, and it's been showing up a lot in some sideboards and stuff here. Direfleet Daredevil is one of those... a lot of people are saying it's Snapcaster-esque, but it's not. It is not. And I was one of those saying, hey man, that looks really, really good. But it's not exactly a Snapcaster-esque card, but you do get to just snag something out of your opponent's library and go ahead and cast that. So around turn 4 or 5, you might be able to cast, you know, a Fatal Push or something like that out of a mirror match or something against another low to the ground deck. This card's really, really good, and First Strike goes really, really well with our Death Touch to give that Death Strike that I'm going to go ahead and coin that. We've got Ruin Raider here, another pirate that, you know, when you're being really aggro like this, I think Ruin Raider is a way to, you know, continue putting cards in your hand, and this deck is actually really low to the ground. I don't know how much I would like Ruin Raider as long as we kept in, you know, the 4-drops and things like that. But Ruin Raider is another pirate that could just help us draw some more cards. And then I know it's from the Planeswalker deck, and I know it's not like just absolutely a bomb, but dealing 1 damage, that +2 on this is not 100% just horrible. So I wanted to just point this card out for consideration for some of you guys that might be playing this. And he's kind of on theme with the pirates. But Angrath, his +2 deals 1 damage to each creature target player controls. So you deal 1 to them and each creature they control. That's not that horrible. So that being said, let's go over here and check out Manatraders again. Wow, they are still being uber slow. I guess I've got to get some type of gameplay going here, so I am, for now, going to take out the Direfleet Daredevils, like just the cards I don't have. And we're just going to get into some games and wait on Manatraders because I'm tired of talking. So if I've got to play this deck, you know, a couple times before we get to actually play it, due to Manatraders, then we will. Hopefully it won't take much longer here. So unfortunately, we're gonna cut some lands here. So yeah, I know this is just gonna make the deck strictly worse, but we'll bring it back in just a moment. I just want to get into some gameplay. So we'll see. What, we're just gonna do mismatch lands and everything? Yeah, why not? Oh, it feels so bad, right? Oh, but for some reason, still at 5 minutes, 2%, we're just not going anywhere. Okay. So as soon as Manatraders is ready, we'll actually get into some real games. Ooh, I could do Canyon Slew. Yeah. And yeah, well, I'll just do Canyon Slew instead of the swamps. All right, and what else we got here? I need to fix this. So one pirate. We'll pull a pirate out of the sideboard here. Bam. All right, so I'm just gonna go jump into some games while we wait, and this way we've got something to do. It just feels bad just sitting there, you know. All right, so yeah, we're in tournament practice. This may turn out just fine anyway. So, technically, as far as the main board goes, we're just missing a planeswalker and a couple lands, but so we should be able to at least be able to play the deck. Yeah, sure. I'll keep. So this would have been an Angrath. We don't need that stop. Just gonna pass. Maybe I should have played the black. I doubt it though. I just, unless we come up against another red deck, I just don't think they're coming out fast. Like the format seems to start to be slowing down. Watch Vicious Conquistador though. Yeah, it's got red in it. All right, another red-black deck. Unfortunately, that's going to have a really... Like, do we keep... Like, I just want to play the Direfleet Captain. But then again, I would also like to start getting down the Fathom Fleet Captain. Like, the quicker you get that down, the better off you are. So yeah, maybe I should have played the black. So, really like to hit a land. Okay, we did hit a land. So that opens up our turn 3 to be much nastier. Go ahead and play this. And then turn 3, we can go Direfleet Captain, Fatal Push. I'll let him have another attack here with this. Would Metallic Mimic be something to add to this brew? Possibly. I mean, I can see Metallic Mimic being in the brew. The other brew that was posted, it had... I went and bought all the commons and uncommons because like I was trying my best to make sure that we'd have play for you guys. But I got this as 1.5 here. Now this is a different version of this is a Grixis version, and this guy, he had Metallic Mimics. So yeah, I mean I can see Metallic Mimic being in it. All right, then we did not make a mistake at all. Like he's just gonna have his Bomat Courier. Yeah, I'm no longer worried about that little incident. Come on, we still need land. We still need that 4th land. That's pretty good. Okay. So Go ahead and get rid of the glint sleeve because that's a thing. And I'm going to play the Direfleet Captain. And then next turn we get to start making like we're gonna be able to go wide here. Although we're also going to be able to like just do some really stupid things. So next turn the plan is to neg 2 something, and then and gain 2 life, of course, and to make a pirate. I get that you don't play this card and it's only a 1-up, so we are going to like getting to see it this turn, but it's a pretty good card. Oh, he's fatal pushing my dude. Alright, that changes things. That changes things. I can't believe he didn't fatal push this. Oh, that's because he's going to abrade it. Okay, understood. Makes so much more sense now. Well, he definitely had enough. Now we're getting more land than we want. I guess I actually need to get down a body here. Gee. Well, now we're looking at what? On-crop crasher making us not be able to block, getting in for a few, but we can gain back on that. I mean, it's 18 to 18, and we're swinging for what, 5 next turn? This dude's so good. Giving himself the buff as well, like, that's a really good Pirate Lord. Ooh, glint sleeve. See, it makes me want to kill that over this. I don't think he attacks. So he can block and give up 2 cards. Never mind. So I'm going to go ahead and craving this. We'll swing 5 here. Definitely going to get to push him. I'm actually going to risk him just blocking this 5 damage. I mean, I didn't think that he'd want to give up the Bowmat Courier. So if the Bowmat Courier is that important, then it definitely means he wants to use it. So yeah, I'll go ahead and kill it. I gave him the option to not like make me spend a card on it, but he traded 5 life for the Bowmat Courier. Or for the Fatal Push. Wow, chat is flown by every time I look back over. Yeah, I definitely don't think that Canyon Slough is the better card to go with here, but again, waiting on trades to come through. So he's got 2 cards in hand. I mean, this thing's not hard to remove. So I mean, I kind of expect it to get removed at some point. It either has a blocker or... Yes, this is deck 1, and the game's going alright. Like, we don't... this is not 100% deck 1, but it is deck 1. Sure. I'll cast with the additional cost. There we go. So, does he trade this for this? Do I want to make that trade? I actually think I'm not going to swing. Like, if he turns things sideways, then like we win that race. Like, he has to remove this if he doesn't have other removal for it. Crapcaster would be so good in this matchup. It would. Crap. Oh my god. He's been named. He's been named. Yeah, it's still game 1. Oh, he's going to sack the Ifnir Deadlands to deal with this. Should have swung. Oh, I should have swung. Yeah. I didn't know he had Ifnir Deadlands, though. No. I mean, I can push the damage back on him right here. This is when the land is better. Like, when the Canyon Slough is better. So, I'm going to hold off on the Buccaneers Bravado. We might get a chance to just get lethal. Midnight Oil, especially when you get down to the point where you're like, I don't care. I'm just going to play everything I got anyway. So I can see where Midnight Oil is. Like I can see where you're coming from. Jank Knight. Jank Knight. Alright, so now remember, we can do 4 damage with the Buccaneers Bravado. If we can, like, top deck something else, we might be able to do much, much more. That's not what we're looking for. So we'll go to attacks. I can't attack. Gotta wait. So we have to see one more card. He's got 3 cards in hand. So we block this. We give it first strike, so our dude lives. He brings it back at end of turn. He's going to swing with it anyway. We're taking the... And we're dead. Alright. Come on, Manatraders. What is going on? So do we pull up like chat and like, hey, Manatraders, we're live right now. Like, yeah. So what would we bring in here? I like the Fathom Fleet captains here, but also like he had a bunch of removal, so these seem decent. So let's take out the Fathom Fleet captain and our removal is really good against him too. So these are all really good. I think I'm just keep it. Like, I'm just going to trade out the Fathom Fleet captain for the Kite Sail, which is kind of our open spot. So alright, so I'm going to go ahead and submit, and we'll see if we got, we can have a little bit better game here in game 2. Hopefully we will. the Dire Fleet Captain. I think Dire Fleet Captain's alright. Well, oh, did you guys hear that? Manatraders has replied. That's right. That's right. Okay. So, and are working properly. If you request your rent again, it should go through. Okay, so just re-request the rent. Alright. Then we'll go to Builder. And we have all the cards we need for all of our decks. And we want to click Rent. It says be ready in 5 minutes. Alright, well, we'll find out. We will find out. Alright. Get on the phone with Jason. Be like, Jason from Manatraders. Dude, why does your stuff do this? Yeah, I'll quit. Alright. I'm going to keep because we have a turn 1. Even though it's like the most horrible turn 1 of turn 1s, it's still a first striker. And that's really good against this deck. So, I mean, yeah, I'm just going to play it. I could keep up just Fatal Push, but First Strike's great. First Strike's great here, so... And I want to get, something out. Like, if he goes Bomat Courier or, what, any of the other turn 1... Like, is there any other turn 1 with haste? I guess he could use the turn 1 with haste that could just ping it and kill it. Little goblin dude. Yeah, I like what you've got going on here. Like, one of the most, like, the things... See, like, First Strike destroys this. Like, it ain't nothing. Honestly, because you have so many creatures, we could also throw in the land that you just call. Do we need to get aggressive? Like, at this point, we can... I mean, I can always kill it. Yeah, I'll kill it. I can just kill it. I want to just cycle here, but I can kill it. Honestly, I would probably be running these cycling lands and some if near dead lands. Let's we'll take it to the shop after this game. We'll take it to the shop. We'll spice it up a little bit. I think the deck can easily support these lands. You're in 2 colors, so smooth. Drawing these late is not a big deal. You do have enough lands here that I don't think you're going to run into the chance of just getting stuck with these all the time. And now if you were in like a 3-color land, then a 3-color deck, then yeah, having these, I can see the argument of, well, I'm just stuck here. Is cycling more important than taking this too? I'll pay 2 life for a card. I'm going to pay 2 life. Like, I'm going to pay this 2 life to draw a card. Sure. I just won't swing next turn. Alright, so we're going to cycle this. That ability right there is what is going on. Sure. Do we gain a life? No, we don't gain a life. Okay. It's a blocker. Alright, what do we want? We want like we just want to... We want a land is what we want, but if we get anything, it needs to be 3 mana or less. Unless we want to grab like all the 4 mana dudes. So let's say yeah, we're just gonna play. I'm gonna play 3 of these in a row, and I think that we want to get a bunch of really cheap vampires to throw on top of this. So vampires that I want in my hand are going to be... I mean, I want cheap vampires that can do additional damage. All right, how much damage are we looking at here? If I just get 3 fanatical firebrands, what happens? So play 1, get a fanatic. Play 1, get a fanatic. Play 1, get a fanatic. I think the last thing I need to get is a Dire Fleet Neckbreaker. It doesn't really matter because... Yeah, I'm just going to go get a Neckbreaker because I know I want the Neckbreaker. Well, we're not vampires. We're not vampires, so it's gonna be they're gonna be sapping. You know, these are like rogues. I think I'm just gonna pass. I think we're gonna be doing damage a different direction here. Yes, the sideboard was already taken. I have the sideboard on Twitch. Like if you go to Twitch, I am the sideboard. Or yeah, I am the sideboard. But the sideboard on YouTube was already taken. So I took SideboardMTG. And are we not running the Lord? What Lord? What's the Pirate Lord? It's the Grixis one, right? Manatraders is at 59%. They're saying within 1 minute we could have our cards. And then we could take a turn off and just like kill this stuff and do some swinging. I could. Doesn't seem bad. Like to give a chance at drawing a card. Nah. Let's start just doing this. Okay. And what would I like to go get this time? This time 100% we need to be getting really cheap bodies. I think the body I want to get is like Direfleet Captain. But it might just be the Buccaneer or the Poisoner. The Poisoner gives me the ability to get Flash. So yeah, let's go with the Poisoner here. And then the next one I'll get a 1 mana red dude. And then I can be like bam bam bam. Yeah. Because that sounds good. I like that. Freebooter. I ain't worried about Freebooter. Who wants to cast his spells? I expect he's got to kill one of these. This is about to get bad. Really bad for him. So what I want is I want a two mana dude and I want a 1 mana guy. So the turn that I stop doing this, I can take off to draw a land, right? Because we can't draw a land as soon as we keep playing these. So next turn I'm going to play this one and draw a 1 mana guy. This way when I draw that, I can play... I have 2 turns of being able to maximize my mana. I'll have a turn of being able to play Poisoner and a one mana red dude. And I'll have a turn of being able to play Fatal Push and Moment of Craving. Or, 1 and 1. Just, either way here. So that'll give me 2 turns to draw the 4th mana to get the Direfleet Neckbreaker. That's kind of where I was going with this whole thing. So, yeah. Alright. So we're just going to, again, stick to the plan of the go wide here. And he's finally getting... Yeah, alright, so we'll ping him down for a few here. And now we want the 1 mana guy. Alright, 1 mana. I think because I think I want this. Even though Rigging Runner is really, really good. Fanatical Firebrand's pretty good too, though. I think Rigging Runner is going to be awesome here because that's going to be a first striker at this point anyway. Hey, guess what? We got trades. All the things we need to do the thing. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you, Manatraders. Just a Merfolk deck today with purpose ass ton of counters. Yeah, that's cool. I like counters on creatures. Alright, so we've got cards. Now, thank you, bot. Thank you, bot. Alright, now after this we can actually get to the real games, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to give him the opportunity to block these and kill them, because we've got some really good things coming in store here this next turn, including turning things sideways. So, yeah. You are right. Just he's at 16. Getting like multiples of 4 is a thing. Absolutely. I see where you're going with that on that one, Rick. I mean, it's not your most conventional way to win, and we could probably be getting in with these. Yeah, he's like, I gotta kill some stuff. Well, he don't have enough mana to if near Deadlands another one. We're gonna get a couple triggers here either way, and we're gonna get in. Oh, he's gonna play the Chupacabra. Okay. All right. Well, we'll Moment of Craving the Chupacabra. Probably Fatal Push something else. I don't. Wow. Like he's like, I gotta get rid of all of these now. Well, all right. Good on you, opponent. Rigging runner. Okay, so now we have everything. Do you think he will double block a Forerunner? Like, could we get that lucky that we get to take 2 of these out with 1? Sure. Hopefully we do. That would be awesome. Awesome! Awesome! I don't think he'll do it. I don't think so. I don't think he will let us 2-for-1 him. I mean, we have all the cards in the world to do all the things. All the things could be done. He decides he is not going to block any of it. Anything. Well, that seems really good for us, right? Right? I mean, we can go Rigging Runner. And then we get the Moment of Craving something else. And we're looking at possibly taking 2 next turn if he doesn't want to. I mean, if he wants to sack his If Near Deadlands to deal with our 2/2 first strike, sure. Whatever. Daring Buccaneer is in the deck. We definitely got Daring Buccaneer in here. JJ has he's got all the good red-black pirates in here, man. And Buccaneer Bravado's in the deck, so that means like you can like turn 5 just kill someone. Like against these control decks and things that are coming up. Speaking of control, wait till I play the Bant. We're going to block a Chupacabra. And I think I'll Moment of Craving the other one here. Okay, the opponent typed to us, wow. You know, talking about the 3 Forerunners of Coalition. Bone Picker. Well, that's cool. Bone Picker's not going to be... Ooh, he's got 2 Bone Pickers. 2 Bone Pickers. Okay. And a Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Wow. All the things. Wow yourself, opponent. all the things. Double Bone Picker, Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Ooh, okay. Well, how do we do this? I think we just kill things. Oh, yeah, we'll just get into combat. That's how we'll do it. All right, so let's see what happens. I mean, as pirates, we get to just attack relentlessly. It's so good. We're coming aboard your ship, buddy. We are coming aboard. Now, he knows we have this. We're not playing any, like, we're not being all secretive here with anything. He knows we've got it. What? What did you do? So, yeah, we lose some, I mean, I could give it +3/+3 in first strike. I was wanting the Moment of Craving one anyway. But I'm actually okay with this. I'll Moment of Craving the other one. And I'll definitely allow this trade to happen. There's no point in waiting around. We're killing this Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Ain't no point in waiting on it. We know everything that's happened in combat at this point, so yeah. There you go, opponent. Now, we are definitely, like, that next turn, we've had 2 turns now. We were hoping that by this next turn we have that 4th land. Remember, we took so many turns off of land draws to draw these good pirates so that we could be this aggro. So, definitely looking for that last land here. These first strike guys will be amazing in combat if we can get down this Direfleet Neckbreaker here. Hazoret, not cool. But if he starts turning that sideways, and we do top deck our land, then it's not going to be enough for him. And we're still at 20. So I don't know exactly what he's got going on here. Orc, Pirate, Wizard, Menace, Death Touch. When Direfleet Ravager enters the battlefield, each player loses a third of his or her life rounded up. Wow, that sounds really good. A third of his or her life rounded up. But what is it, like 5 mana to cast? 4 mana? Bama Hammer. Direfleet Captain. Direfleet Captain, we've got Direfleet Captain in here, but while he's keeping Hazoret back as the blocker, yeah, well, alright, Hazoret, you get to eat something, I guess? Well, that's a little bit funny, but alright. I mean, we could swing. I guess we just kind of pass the turn here. I mean, he can start swinging with Hazoret, but I guess we just go back on the go wide plan. Like, we don't get to trigger off of this if we're not in combat, though. I think I'm going to Direfleet Poisoner here no matter what. Oh, wow. So he's going to move into combat. I guess we're going to go on and go through combat, considering Hazoret's not attacking. Vraska would be good in this deck as long as you had 1 treasure you could play her. That's true. You could always play Vraska. Okay, well, that is an Aether Sphere Harvester. Puts him back at 1 card. I'm going to play the Poisoner. Still looking for that top land. Come on, land. Another Direfleet Poisoner. Well, isn't that just terrific? We need to top deck the land, and we need him to finally go for something. I don't know. I don't know what he goes for, but we're really close to him just not having enough to stop us. Oh, wow. All right. So we're running out of turns here then. Spend 3 mana, bring this back. Like, this is our turn. We have to hit this land off the top this turn, because at the end of this turn, I need to kill this so he doesn't have anything other than Hazard to crew with, and then we just turn everything sideways. Never mind. He's getting frisky. Alright, he's going to go ahead and give it lifelink. I'm really interested in giving it -2/-2 right now. So he only gains 1 life, because we're looking at him blocking one of these and then taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's pretty close. Alright, so he's going to gain 1 life. How do we get in here? There's the land. Alright, so he can block 1 thing and take a bunch. And swing back next turn to gain 3. So he's going to block, what, this? And then he takes 1, 2, 3, 4... I'm going to swing. I'll let him have 1 of these to get in the rest of the damage. I think next turn he has to spend everything to just destroy this. So he's got to like tap 5 mana to, if near Deadlands, the Direfleet Neckbreaker. Planeswalker deck Jace saw more competitive play than regular Jace. Yeah. I can kill Hazard with a land and another Moment of Craving. Yeah, so I can kill Hazard with 3 cards. 3 cards to kill Hazard. I don't think we're going to get there. But if he doesn't spend 5 mana to kill this, then we're going to just kill him next turn. Otherwise, he's got to keep up all of his blockers. I figured he would kill the 2/2. Okay, so he can have 1 mana up after this, and he can gain 3 life here. He'll go back to 6. He'll have 2 blockers. We'll only have 2 attackers. Not much I like that. I don't like that. Well, here comes the 5 mana tap to kill the Direfleet Neckbreaker. Finally, Bama Time Stream Navigator isn't good. Time Stream Navigator, what? Warkite Marauder and Hostage Taker make it completely worth it to have blue and just get a copy of Time Stream Navigator, so that's really good too. Well, the other deck that I actually had, the Grixis deck that we were going to play, is that particular deck has Warkite in it. Warkite Marauder. I like Warkite Marauder. There's an infinite combo you can pull off if you have infinite. So after you get an infinite combo, then there's another one that you could pull off to get. Like, so after you get an infinite combo, you could get this other infinite combo. Okay. I like where you're going with that, Bama. Oh, now we hit just all the lands here, right? Okay, well, isn't that a thing? I think we're pretty much just dead here, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna go ahead and attack. Heaven forbid he lets the two power dude through, because it's got death touch. No way, no way. All right, so crewing up Harvester. This would be really nice if the Harvester gets in front of the first strike guy, like, because, you know, Poisoner does not give menace. It gives death touch. Poisoner does not give menace. But it does give death touch. So let's see what we can do here. Let's see how he decides he wants to get in front of these. Hazard in front of the death touch. In front of the other death touch. We're going to just click. Alright, well, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to go Dire Flea Poisoner. And we're going to say this guy gets +1/+1 and Death Touch with first strike, meaning he gets to kill the life linker here before. What happened? What the hell just happened? Hold on a damn minute here. Why didn't that work? Why didn't that work? Why did this only take 1 point of damage and is still alive? It gave it Death Touch and... What do you mean I went to damage? How did I... You've got to be friggin' kidding me. Even the opponent is like, not clear why Aether is alive. Whatever. I'm done. I'm done. We're going to go put the right cards in this. Yep. Not necessarily a rage scoop, but yeah, come on. Get real. Okay, so let's get over to the Rakdos Pirates. Let's get rid of these 4 lands. And let's get in what we're supposed to have in here. Dragon Skull Summits. Why do I only have 2 Dragon Skulls? What happened? Really? Really, Manatraders? They only give me 2 Dragon Skull Summits? Oh, wow. This is just bad, 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 bad. Alright, well then I'm leaving in the 2 Canyon Sloughs. We will get to bring in the Angrath. Did we not get the Angrath? What is going on? Alright, what about the Merfolk Meal? What are we missing for the Merfolk Meal? Okay, so we didn't get Metallic Mimics. They didn't have the Metallic Mimics. The Rootbound Crags and Dragon Skull Summits. Jeez. You know, Manatraders, you're really letting me down here, you know. I always speak so highly of Manatraders, but I promise you, at the beginning of these sets and stuff, wow, it's hard. All right, so we need 2 more Dragon Skull Summits and an Angrath. All right, so let's put in Angrath. Let's put in Dragon Skulls. So I'll take this out. And we're going to go Dragon Skulls. So now I'm going to add missing cards to wish list. Let's go down here to Merfolk Mill. Add missing cards to wish list. I am going to jump into Vampires for right now. We have all the cards for that. I'm going to go ahead and set up another order from them to get the final cards we need. I'm not going to play anymore with the deck until we have the actual cards. So people aren't building those decks correctly. There's a couple things that I've noticed that I think should be built, should be changed. So looking like Manatraders might not be for you. You have seen a lot of issues with it just from this channel. Well, Austin, I have never ran into a problem with Manatraders until release week. The cards are just extremely hard to find the first week. So release week, it's just really hard. So let's jump in here against the Gate Master 71, and we're gonna see if he can handle this Vampire Stampede. So at Matt, G challenge accepted. Well, we get to go, and this is not really that great of a hand, but we do get a turn 1, and we don't have anything else though. So I think I'm actually going to mulligan this. This is not exactly what I was looking for. This looks much better. Even Yahini on top seems okay. We'll get out this Vicious Conquistador first here. I don't know. Sky Marcher seems good too. I'm pretty sure this music was off of like Call of Duty or something, wasn't it? Alright, so like we can go Landing, we can go Conquistador, we can go Sky Marcher, Aspirant. Sky Marcher is the better blocker. I guess I'll go here. I hope you're talking about my mulligan was very solid, because I think the second hand was much better than the first. Like, this hand is really good. I don't have to necessarily Conquistador until turn... Well, I can do it next turn. I'm actually going to Conquistador next turn. Next turn I'll go 1-drop, 1-drop. And then Landing will be down. So, like... Okay, he gets a Merfolk Branchwalker. Cool. Wow, and we hit another land. So, yeah, we're doing all right here. Now, if he has removal and only 1 piece of removal, by going land or going 1-drop, 1-drop here, and Yahini having haste means that second turn, it means that we can, or actually turn 3, we can play Yahini and still have 3 swingers to flip the Legion's Landing, which is, it's pretty good. Oh, sorry. Did not mean to click that one. I wanted to click this one. This little vampire, man, he's vicious, isn't he? A vicious little, like a chihuahua. All right, so we can't swing here as much as we want to. Up to 6 on the count here for Ascend. Ascend count at 6. Unfortunately, we're going to lose a lot of that next turn when we swing. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, well, he's just getting all the lands. Cool part here is all of our stuff trades. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. Thank you, thank you. Let's see here. I think I just play Yahini. And then whatever is like bad on the blocks, we just eat it. Like, we can do this at instant speed, right? Alright, so we get a couple triggers. Now, just depends on, you know, you're great. Hey, your dinos did make it, Andrew. Congratulations. Now, granted, we're probably going to lose some stuff here in this trade. Definitely expecting to lose some stuff here in this trade. But I'm also expecting him to lose some stuff in this trade, so. Alright. If that is going to be his only block, because it's his only profitable block, then I'm actually going to let that go through, because we'll gain 1 life. It's better than just eating this. So, yeah. Works for me. I mean, he took 6 this turn. We gained 1. We may take 6 next turn, but yeah, it looks pretty good. Well, going back and speaking about the Manatraders thing, if you notice, I did just message Manatraders and they told me what to do to get my cards. So they do work with you really well. If that means anything to any of you. Wow. Alright, well, I'm just going to play land. Well, Legion's Landing. It's almost a land. And then probably going to make a vampire here. And then attack. So I'm going to go 1 white. And we're going to create a vampire. And I'm going to attack. So we get some flips. I'll keep the one that's unflipped, of course, or the untapped. And then we'll just kind of go from there. The control deck I took to the GP for Tarkir was like 750. Well, the good news is most decks nowadays, they're just not as expensive as they used to be. Standard has dropped in price. A lot of people don't like that word. Stupid is better. Some people don't like stupid, but you know that word's yeah. A lot of people just don't like that word. Thanks, Matt. It was good on you. Like, man retreated his own or Krufix. Oh, it was deleted by Krufix. Okay. See, I don't have to do that anymore. Krufix is here. We'll let him take care of it. But anyway, yeah, a lot of people don't like that word. So, and I know you weren't talking about someone, so you know we'll leave it at that. PC, man, you know, the whole new world. The world's gone PC, so as must we. Woo! All right. He's making blocks. Well, I know which one I'm eating. Oh, well. I mean, we're still at 20. He can't swing with these things. Technically, he can't swing with this either. So, Swift Warden. The Warden. If I go to the Reddit, I can find... Oh, the Flashing Miner deck. Man. Yeah, that was a cool deck, wasn't it? I've played around with that deck a little bit since then. The next card I really want to play around with is I want to do a little bit of control. We don't play a lot of control on this channel, but I think it's time. There's a card I'm really wanting to play with that everyone seems to be really hyped about, And the card looks really good. And I don't know how it went like off of my radar. I don't know how I just didn't see it. But it's like a profane possession or something like that. But you basically you're getting free turns off this card. This card's just ridiculous. So he's got this 3/3 blocker here. I think I just keep crashing in for... Yeah, we'll do this. And then just keep making dudes. I mean, that's what we've got. It's not great, but it's what we've got. Right, yeah, it's just... Swing 2. Here you go. Okay, swing 2. Here you go. I mean, yeah, he's growing. That's pretty good. I still don't think he starts swinging in. I mean, he starts putting counters on this Yahini. You know, we're going to be doing all right. Love to see this dude swing in. Give me the opportunity. Just give it to me. He ain't turning nothing sideways. He ain't. No. Okay, well. We've got lieutenants in our deck, too. Come on, Lieutenant Dan. One more time. Lieutenant Dan, where you at? Come on, Lieutenant. Lieutenant. Okay, Lieutenant. Lieutenant, let's go. Where you at? Ah, it's Gifted Aetherborn. Well, that's not bad. I mean, I can't just make another body here. Just keep... Here you go, dude. Like, take 2. Sure. Take 4. Like, I'm gonna push the issue. Definitely pushing the issue here. I may put up another Death Toucher, or I may just create a vampire. I don't know. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Give me some. There we go. Yahini. That's what I'm talking about. You're almost there, big boy. I think I just play out the Death Touch guy again. Gifted Aetherborn is just ridiculously good. So, yeah. Here you go. Like, you finally had to make action to get rid of the first one, and then here's another one. So, it works pretty good for us. Glimmer, main phase Glimmer. What is this? What is this? Martyr is better than Zealot in this build? Probably. I don't think Zealot's actually that great of a card. I love the effect. I think the effect itself is just great. But, yeah, and putting it on a 2-mana card, awesome. But just having a 1/1, oh man, it just, well, yeah, I mean, honestly, if you don't have other energy, people quit playing Glimmer. Like, I get it, you're looking for cards, but Hieroglyphic Illumination is actually a better card because of the cycle ability on it. So, yeah, I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. He can swing 18. What can we do? So we can go chef it. Yep. This is our turn. This is our turn right here. Woo! He's tapped out. We're gonna do some meanness. We're gonna be very mean. Aw, we had a fatal push. Aw, okay, fine. he didn't wanna play with us no more. All right, whatever. Gruesome Fate in the sideboard here. Much love for the Gruesome Fate. Wow, alright, so the Merfolk can get really strong. This is a pretty decent board wipe. I like Fatal Push is really good too. Mimic is decent. I mean, we have the mimics, so let's see what. Like maybe we take out the mimics. Like Mimic has to have a bunch of synergy to work, and I don't actually see him being a deck that's got a lot of removal. Mimic goes like against Slaughter the Strong though, because you're making your dudes bigger. I think we can just kill him on a like just a flat ground scenario. Just hey, really you think Slaughter is just flat out better than Push? Like we just play him into the slaughter. Yeah. Alright, well, then in that case, I will take your word for it. And I'm going to get rid of all the pushes. And I want that one Authority of the Console. As much as I would like to have that Gruesome Fate in the deck, just as a finisher card, I'm going to take that one Authority because I think, well, it's your deck, Krufix. Krufix actually built this deck. And he was the only one that posted a Vampires list this week. So you guys didn't even try to hold him back. You know, like what's up? What's up? Like a couple of the decks, there was just no one even tried to. Hey, there's Lieutenant, and we get some more white. I don't think we need that much land, honestly. I'm gonna go with black. Yeah, we're just gonna like, bam, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, I did it. Oh well. It'll be fine on turn 3. What? He's gonna get his counters. Okie dokie. Okay, well, I'm gonna go to draw a card here. Looks like this is going to be a Lord off. And turn 3 Metallic Mimic into Sky Marcher Aspirant. Turn 4 Lieutenant into whatever. I'm just going to keep calling it Lieutenant. Yeah, having Lord in hand is great, and yes, it is a punt. I should have turned 1, played the other land so that I could have played the other card, which I don't know. I don't know if we would have got ahead of this or not, but looks like he's going to try to make this huge. And we're a white mana off of like doing good things, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to go Metallic Mimic. And then Sky Marcher Aspirant. And we're going to call Vampires, of course. And we're just going to pass the turn. So it looks like he's trying to stack all of the counters here. And if he does do something like that, and we can draw, like we need to draw land, and then we need to draw that board wipe that's supposedly better than Fatal Push in this matchup. But I can see it. If we draw it, like he's got to get rid of everything. So, if, yeah, it could happen. Hadina's Climb. I love that card. Andrew, oh goodness, I love that card. The Climb is so good. Well, I agree with where Krufix is coming from here. It looks like this new card is going to be really good. But, I mean, he's got this up to a 5/5, and he's got a good wall built here. There's a Yahini. So I'm gonna play. Yeah, I think this is just like the best that we can do here. Next turn, I can play the Lord. I don't think we swing yet, but we also get Ascend next turn, so... yeah, we're in some trouble. Definitely in some trouble. There's Kamina. Okay, so we do have a top deck here that's an out. And we really need to hit it. Vicious Conquistador. Okay, well, I don't know how we deal with this. So I need to swing. I should have played the other card. I did not. Yeah, I should have played the Legion's Lieutenant. I would have gained more life. And then we'll play the Authority. I mean, we've got a crazy hand going on here, and even though he's swinging at us for 6, it's not over. It's not over at all. Or swinging at us for 7 if he plays another. Yeah, okay, so he's gonna go ahead and tap that. I mean, maybe trying to force this down earlier would have been great, but so we're looking at 7. Maybe a little bit more. I think we can block a lot, though. I mean, there's certain things he just can't get in with because it'll, like, stop a lot of stuff. Okay. So this kind of, we gain the life, but he gets the counter, so it kind of just negates itself. I guess he's probably just going to try to get in with the 9/9 here. Oh, he gave it to something else. He's giving it to Kamina. Alright. Again, we've got a good top deck in the Slaughter. Like, Slaughter would be a terrific top deck here. So what happens if we just turn sideways next turn? Really just depends on what we top deck, right? I think we're going to here. Don't have Carnage in the Dino deck. Well, you also didn't have a sideboard, so there's Carnage Tyrant in the sideboard now. So, like, yeah, I mean, we've got Carnage Tyrants to play with if we want to. Okay, so we're dead to this if we don't swing. So I'm going to swing with this. I'm going to swing with a lifelinker. I'm going to swing with this. I'm going to swing with this. And that leaves back 4 blockers. This does another point of damage. Yep. Alright. This deck needs Radiant Destiny. Radiant Destiny is too good to not run. It's too good. Cradle, what's up? What's up? Atali, is Atali the red one? Is that the red Elder Dino there, Bama? The Bama Hammer. Okay, so what is the opponent going to do? I'm probably going to sacrifice this to make some +1/+1 counters, or to okay, to make sure this is indestructible. So what do I want to sack? Let's sack this. And yeah, I mean, I think we're dead. I don't know. Yahini got bigger. We're back up to 14. We're at 15. He gets 2 counters, so he can swing a bunch. He can swing a bunch. I don't know how he's doing it, so we'll see. Unfortunately, like, we need Gruesome Fate right now. I didn't expect that we would truly need Gruesome Fate, but we need Gruesome Fate. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, so I think we die here. Let's go to blocks. So we take 13. We can't stop everything. So if we block here, we block. Let's look at blocking big stuff. So yeah, we can't block. We can't block any way that saves us. So yeah, we're dead. Oh well. Game free. Gruesome Fate, because this is a standoff type thing. Authority of the console is really good, and you are 100% right, sir. This card is probably better than Fatal Push, but I think Fatal Push is good enough that I can't take it out. So something else has to come out for the Fatal Push. Have to be able to kill lords. Could be Yahini. And maybe we just don't use Gruesome Fate and we just do keep the creatures. I've got 1 Mimic. Alright. So yeah, I'm not taking the Fatal Push out. I want to be able to kill the little 2/2. I was going to bring in the Gruesome Fate. I really was. I ended up leaving it in the sideboard because I wanted the Fatal Push more. So sideboard, I actually ended up sideboarding out one of the Mimics and the Yahinis to bring in the Fatal Pushes. So this time we're gonna keep swinging. We're gonna turn things sideways, and we're gonna try to kill them the best way we possibly can. So we'll see how it works. Definitely need to save our kill spells to bust up synergy. That's a thing. I'm just going to play the Vicious Conquistador here, as it allows me to leave up Fatal Push. And that's virtually his Metallic Mimic, so we're just going to go ahead and get rid of that. Now, we still get to swing for 2 here, so... and we get to make the same play as we did last turn. And then we'll also get to start pushing damage, so... all kinds of just great things here for us. And if he wants to jump in front of that to block, then by all means. Yeah, you definitely want repetitive effects with lords. Even though I like the way that like the Pirates deck was able to go like just grab a whole bunch of things, you definitely want repetitive effects with Lords. All right, so he went ahead and tapped out. Oh, he's gonna be so mad. Yep, he just scooped. So that's how that works. You know, that's how that works. So vampires. What do we think about the vampires list? Personally, I think the vampires list was a lot like the other vampires list we had played. However, we're missing a few key components. I actually really ended up liking the vampire that, you know, searched up other vampires, the Coalition Forerunner or whatever. I forget what it's called. But the Forerunner, the white Forerunner that goes and gets vampires. I really liked how it puts +1/+1s on things. I really liked Modern Fame. We didn't see either one of those in that. And you notice we didn't play a lot with the Danto Vanguard. We were playing with a lot of the other vampires. A lot of people don't really run the 4 Danto Vanguards when they're running the Gifted Aetherborn. And when you look at a lot of the other lists, you'll see, you know, if they've got 4 Danto Vanguards, you probably won't see any Aetherborn at all because of how hard the 2 mana is to hit. You'll also see a lot less of your black creatures and things like that in those decks. But overall, I really like what you got going on here, Krufix. I think you did a really good job with the vampires list. I would like to see maybe another copy of Sheffet Dunes in the deck. I don't think that you're really worried about taking a couple points of life to cast something. And the Sheffet Dunes is just really important. I really liked it. So as far as the Sheffet Dunes go, I would like to see maybe another copy of Sheffet Dunes in the deck. And possibly even an arc. A single arc. As easy as it is for you to hit that, it seems like it would help you a lot in the late game, and you wouldn't really have to worry about it. Maybe arc is not great for this deck, and it would just be horrible if it was one of your like 1 of 2 or 3 lands in the early game. So maybe not the arc, but definitely one more Sheffet Dunes in the deck. Metallic Mimic, I can see how that's working for you as a Lord, but I really like Metallic Mimic with Maverin Fane, so I think that Maverin Fane would fit good in the deck, and I actually think that Dusk Legion Zealot is a little bit overhyped. The card is just not a significant enough body to be great. However, in this particular deck, where there's multiple Lords, maybe there is enough. And if you are going to run you know, a version of the deck that is so worried about Lords and Anthems and things like that, then Radiant Destiny somewhere in the 75 is probably necessary. Against any type of mirror or something like that, I think that Radiant Destiny is really going to help your vampires push over those other vampires. When you get into the mirrors and things, it's going to be just about who can get the most Lords. And even though the Lords all work slightly different, I think that's where you're going to want to go with that. But Andrew O'Reilly, that why we're just 1 then? Starting to see your point on Zealot. Yeah, it's just that I think Zealot fits really, really well into the Lord decks. So if you're going to run the Zealot, then I think that Radiant Destiny would help out a lot. I mean, you're giving the option to make that Zealot a heck of a lot bigger than just a 1/1. But even though the effect is phenomenal, I don't think that the card itself is where you want to be. There's just better options in there. So that was that deck. We're going to move on to Dinos. Again, guys, we are going to circle back around to the Pirates deck and play that again. We're still waiting on some Dragon Skull summons here, but we'll get to that. I mean, I could force the issue and make it a little bit quicker, probably, but again, we'll just circle back around to it. We're going to get gameplay in here. So what are we missing here for the rest of our decks? Dragon Skull summits, and yeah, let's go ahead and I'm going to update the wish list, and let's go to, let me just import this deck really quick, guys, and we'll get right back on this. Okay, so says 5 minutes, says the cards are here, we'll find out. Okay, so let's play some dinos, guys. Infinite. Oh, I didn't talk about the deck. I didn't talk about the deck. I didn't talk about the dinos at all. Okay, so here we've got infinite dinos. Okay, so I know the guy who built this is in chat. It's Andrew, right? Andrew, you're the one that did this? I've got it listed as this one was posted by that guy, 254. That guy posted this deck. Andrew, so I do believe this is your deck. And Infinite Rage, that is correct. So Andrew's got this little red-green dinos deck here that land base is pretty smooth on it. He went all out. He spared no expense, as I recommend most of you do if you're building decks for Sideboardmtg for the Subscriber Sunday. Spare no expense. One way or another, we'll get the cards. You know, we'll play it. We'll play it the best way we can. And if if it's too expensive and we just can't play it, then we'll figure something out. So, Ghost Man, what's up? Last day of the GP and did some standard side events, saw some sweet Grixis mid-range decks, tokens, and tribal decks. So for those of you that don't know, Ghostman here has been kind of giving the chat a little bit of an update from GP Indianapolis, I believe it is. He's been in GP Indianapolis and playing some side events and things. So yeah, he said he's seeing some Grixis mid-range, some tokens, and some tribal. I want to know if any of you seen Jim Davis's list for in Dallas in Team Constructed. This man is running Bant Approach, and I think it is going to be sick. I'm going to run it for you at some point this week if I can find his list, but he's got Bant Approach, and it seems terrific. Okay, so let's take a look at our Infinite Dinos list here. We've got Otapec Huntmasters. We've got Raptor Hatchlings, which, if you're going to be doing some Enrage, then hey, Raptor Hatchling, why not? Let's do it. Unfortunately, it will kill the Raptor Hatchling. I don't think there's a way in the deck to actually buff up the Raptor Hatchling unless you're going to like hash up Oasis it, which could be done. It could be done. And then we've got a Drover of the Mighty, but I will say that Raptor Hatchling, real quick note here on Raptor Hatchling, that if you already have a Forerunner of the Empire down, you can play Raptor Hatchling, trigger Forerunner of the Empire, get Enrage, have that deal damage to the Raptor Hatchling, and then get a new Dinosaur and Enrage again. It's double Enrage every time that you cast a Raptor and Hatchling. It is silly. You give them Indestructible. How are you giving them Indestructible? Oh, we've got Mainboard Heroic Intervention, because I guess that's part of the combo. Wow. Okay. So this entire deck works off of the Forerunner of the Empire. I seen a lot of the combo here. I seen a lot of how it worked, but I didn't realize it worked that well. It just didn't dawn on me. We can go Indestructible, and then at that point, wow. Infinite combo with Death Spitter. Oh wow, yeah, okay. So you go Indestructible and Raptor Hatchling with the Forerunner down, and we just bam, 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 bam. So this seems like it's going to be a ton of fun. Yeah, 100%. If we happen to have a Polyraptor down, Polyraptor is going to enter the battlefield, and then you're going to trigger that deal 1 damage. Deal 1 damage is going to ping Polyraptor. Polyraptor will then make a copy of itself, and then that will enter the battlefield, triggering to deal damage to both it and the other Polyraptor, giving you 2 Polyraptors. And then at that point you will gain 4 Polyraptors and continue on and on and on as long as this doesn't die. So really, really cool effects here. Yeah. Oh, that's fine. 200 tokens is totally okay. I think if we make 200 Polyraptors and we don't win, something's wrong, or they're holding Fumigate. Either way. So okay, so the tokens die, so you don't hit the limit. I think by math, you make 2, then make 4, then make 8, then make 16, then lose 2. Make 30, or no, not 32. Make 28, lose 4. Yeah, it seems pretty. It seems pretty good. Yeah. I think you could still max out. You would just lose the originals. So yeah. Either way, we're gonna have a lot of fun with it. Again, another deck that was posted without a sideboard. So I just grabbed some dinosaurs and dinosaur cards. Granted, you could make a much better sideboard that was much more specific to your local meta, but these are some cards that could also easily be placed inside this deck. Raging Regisaur is one of those. When it deals damage to target, when it attacks, it can ping something, so you can get started right there. And then a couple more Ripjaw Raptors, just because it wasn't running the playset. Savage Stomp, just a a great card in dinosaur decks. Another good card that could be tossed in the sideboard here that I just didn't grab would have been Deathgorge Scavenger. We got a couple of Carnage Tyrants, and because it's an Enraged deck, why not a Snapping Sailback? I really kind of this is one of my favorite dinosaurs, just because flashing it in and eating Rogue Refiners was one of my favorite things to do with the old Dinosaurs deck that I had. So, just one of those things. Death Spitter is instant. Forerunner isn't. A May is it? So, you may have Forerunner of Empire deal 1 damage to target creature. So we can get away with the May ability here. We don't have to do things that we don't want to do. So, it is a May. All right. So that's the deck. Don't put too much into the sideboard, because there's a lot of other things that we could have done with the sideboard that we just didn't. So yeah, I've just got some enrage effects and things like that. There could have been Ryle in the sideboard, enchantment hate. There could have been the new Brontodon that destroys artifacts and enchantments. Dinosaurs has a huge plethora of tools right now, and I actually think that it makes Dinosaurs a little bit dangerous as far as possibly coming up in the meta here. I'm going to go ahead and play this. We do need to draw a couple of our cards, but we've got a Heroic Intervention, so combo piece number 1 online. And I think I'm just going to hash up Oasis and pass the turn. I think next turn I'm going to Drover of the Mighty, and then the turn after that probably Raptor Hatchling. Just depends on what the opponent has here. Okay, so we've got Kamina Speaker. This makes me think that Raptor Hatchling is more important. Although Raptor Hatchling is part of the combo, and I don't know just how much of this we could just sit back and take. But for some reason, I think that if I play this Raptor Hatchling, I just don't think the opponent will swing into it. I just don't think he'll give me a 3/3. I mean, he could, but something tells me he won't. I mean, maybe. The opponent's scooped. We'll get into another match. That's the power of Raptor Hatchling, people. Raptor Hatchling is that strong. You just play it and you go, what? Raptor Hatchling. What? Well, thank you for subscribing. Hopefully the alert will show up here and I'll be able to see who's subscribed. Why aren't my channel alerts showing up? I'm hearing them. Let's repost the last couple channel alerts. So we had Nick A subscribe earlier and Geo Met subscribe. So Geo, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so hey, guess what? Some of our other cards come through. We'll see what we've got now. So, bam! Oh yeah, we're gonna get to play some Magic now. Now, no matter what you guys may think about it being a little bit, you know, rough or whatever to actually find cards or to work with Manatraders, the fact of the matter is I just pulled 4 decks at once. Like, I didn't just go to Manatraders and pull only one deck. I pulled 4 decks at once. So, like, I really taxed them out on, hey, give me all the things I need to make my thing work today. So now we've got all the cards we need to play all the decks. And we're gonna get back into this one here. We got a Forerunner, we got a Commune, we're gonna keep. I barely realized it was in a game there. Is that bad? Huh? It can't be that bad, right? Ooh, Shelter Thicket. Do we just mirror him and go, or nah? I want to do some communing. Hey, look, we get our instant win combo. We just turn 2 Raptor Hatchling. It's over. Over, baby. Just, oh, we can't turn 2 it. Oh, man, we're going to have to play this out. We can't turn 2 it. Yeah, now we have to play this out. If we would have been able to turn 2 it, it would have just been instant win, but unless we, like, top... Oh, snap. We win. Raptor Hatchling, turn 2. What do you got, opponent? Okay, so Raptor Hatchling may not be that great, but still pretty good. So I'm going to, I'm actually going to play, like, do we need this? Do we really need this? I could play it tap and just play Otapec. And then next turn we can go like Forerunner. Like, we don't have a turn where we're going to be tapping it. Like, we're going to have time to cycle it. So, like, there's no turn to cycle it. Okay, so let's look at how do we just combo off here. We still need to draw a Heroic Intervention off the top before we can do some real combos, but yeah, we've got some stuff going on. I'll take this 4. Like, there's no way the opponent can know that we're actually a combo deck, so Electrostatic Pummeler. Ouch. Alright. Well, we're going to need to be a combo deck. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and play this. And we say, what do we want to get here? Alright, so next turn we have 5 mana. We can play a 6 mana dude. Can't Polyraptor. We still need to hit. So next turn we can play a 6 mana guy. Or we can play 2 mana and a 4 mana. That would be Ripjaw Raptor. We could draw a bunch of cards. Yeah, I think that works. I think we just put Ripjaw Raptor on top, and we're just going to play that, have the ping happen, and then that leaves us up for drawing Heroic Intervention, I guess. Wow, you really just need to have the Heroic Intervention in hand, don't you? Yeah, I think Ripjaw Raptor is the best thing to do, too. Like, I think that was just, like, we could get a 4 mana and a 3 mana off next turn. Like, we have That's the power of Odapec there, though. Like, I don't know what we do here, though. Does he just keep going wide? Or does he want to remove this? I definitely think that this red-green pummeler deck, we're going to see a lot more of that. He's going to swing for 64 with trample, says Rich. Need removal for the pummeler. Yes, we do. We do need removal for the pummeler. But if we can hit infinite, then we can put 64 blockers in front of him. So we've got some options. Unfortunately, like, it's time to start using those options. So he spent some energy just to pump to get above that, which is pretty cool. I'm okay with that. Unfortunately, we had to use our... Do we deal 1 damage to each creature? Wow, how powerful is that? Holy cow, guys, how powerful is that? I'm going to say no, but we would technically have killed the pummeler. We would have killed this as well. Or is it to each other creature? Enters the battlefield, you may have to each creature. No, just period, each creature. Okay, so we're going to play land, and then we're going to play Ripjaw Raptor. And we're going to go, yep. We're going to use the ability. So that kills the pummeler. Hey! Holy cow, we got it. We just needed, we need to top deck a raptor off the top. Wow, I severely underestimated how good this raptor is. We got it though. We got it. We got it. We got it. So now we need a hatchling. Exactly, hatchling or Polyraptor in its game. Oh man, is he gonna make me get in front of this? Oh, he's putting a bunch in front of this. Or he's putting a bunch coming at us. Okay. Spin the energy. Alright, so what do I do here? We go 1. Unfortunately, we're not... We'll see how he stacks damage, but I'm probably just going to fire off this heroic intervention right now. Like, I know that we don't need to go to 2 here, but I think that's about all we got. I could have stopped a lot more damage. Could have stopped this and this, and we could have stayed at, you know, like 6. But we win. How did we win? He scooped? Come on, dude. Get real. Really? Whatever. Whatever. He scooped because we had a heroic. Whatever. Okay, well. Alright. Hopefully we'll be able to get this combo to fire off here. Let's. I'm just gonna run it back as combo as it is. So I have no clue why he scooped. I guess he figured that we were gonna go to 2, and then from there we were just kind of gonna sit back and chill, and then I don't know what would have happened after that, but whatever. Okay, so we just need to get to heroic intervention, right? And so we'll hash up Oasis, and then I guess we just go, you know, like Drover into Raptor and just try to lay out for the combo. I think I'm going to go get a little Raptor here, but we definitely need to, you know, top deck a heroic eventually at some point here. I'll pay the 1 life for it. I'm okay with that. I'm going to go ahead and get my red source out. Next turn we get to put down ranging Raptors, and then from there it might actually be okay to... I don't know. Next turn we could also just play the Forerunner. So which one turns out better? Forerunner first? Like, if we Forerunner first and just go get the little dude, although we do turn off our draws. Alright, well, let's say that we just throw this down. And we'll pass the turn here. Commune with Dinosaurs probably would have been really good. You've seen one Is It Pirates deck played. I haven't seen a lot of Is It Pirates either. So I'm going to kill one of these. Actually, I'm going to kill... No, I'm just going to kill one of them. You going to spend it on the other two? We'll give him the choice which one he wants to kill. He's going to let us keep the Drover. Cool. Alright, well. I'm okay with that. We take 4, get a land. How did he kill them? Oh, because the Drover... Oh, yeah. I am not a very smart person for that. Not a very smart person. Okay. Bad play on my part. I forgot that when that dies, Drover will have taken 1 point of damage, and then Drover then dies. Yeah, that was bad on my part. Come on, heroic intervention. Oh, that is not a heroic intervention. Well, I am just going to play this, and what do we get? Like, what would be really good here? Since we're drawing, like, since we have to draw for it, I'm actually going to get the Ripjaw Raptor. Because, like, I need to draw. Like, until I get the heroic intervention, I don't think we can go for anything other than Ripjaw. Like, is that the way you play it, Andrew? Like, if you don't have heroic yet, you grab Ripjaw and you just start drawing cards until you get to it? Electric Boogaloo. Alright. I think that I can block here. I think we can get away with blocking here. Oh, he's gonna Invigorated Rampage. Okay, well, we're gonna take 10, and we're gonna lose this, of course, which hurts. That hurts a lot. Wow. Wow. Red-green creatures, guys. Red-green creatures. So we're going to go to 3. And pass the turn here. Need like, I don't know, we need something really good off the top. So this was also getting play at Dallas this weekend. So there was some decks definitely playing red-green creatures. I would love to hit the Raptor Hatchling off the top. So we block here. Oh, and then we were supposed to block. Whatever. That's game. Yeah, we were supposed to block. Okay, all right. So honestly, Savage Stomp's probably going to be pretty good here. I don't think we're going to be able to be on the offensive as far as that part goes. Regisaur Alpha, pretty good. Yeah, we're going to keep that. I think Drover, like we trade Drover over Odipek. Odipek is instant. This is cheaper. Do we have a Braids? No, I didn't throw Braids in this. I mean, I can grab a Braid, like, if we were going to continue playing more games of it. So, like, yeah, I would definitely probably throw a Braid or something in the sideboard. Okay, so we've got a majority of our combo here. We'll try it. We definitely need to hit a land. We'll see if I can not punt through this. The first punt was probably keeping this hand that only had 2 lands. That is a land. Okay, everything is looking much, much prettier. Like, getting the first Raptor Hatchling out seems really good. Would love to see this deck just go off. Like, granted, you probably need to play it a few times to really get an opportunity to see it go off, but ooh, wow. Wow. If we get down all of these and then we get to start doing things, yeah, that's going to be real good. Actually, I'm probably just going to trade with this Voltaic Brawler. I like the new Rampant Growth, actually, the Thunder Thighs deck from Dev. All right, well, we turn out fairly profitable in this block. There we go. Let's see how this works out for us. I mean, he can give some pump and things like that if he wants to. Harness Lightning. Wow. Okay, so we're gonna take 4, and he takes 2. Ouch. Does he have another land? He's got a tap land. Well, surprise, surprise, opponent. This deck can be downright filthy. It looks like this deck can be a little bit mean. I don't think we attack, though. I think we leave this back as a threat. Although, this is a pretty good threat. I can see that, like, against certain matchups, that you're just going to come off with this hand that is just so friggin' mean. Like, right now we need, like, land Forerunner. I mean, I blocked once. I guess I make the same block again. It's no different this time than it was last time. Second verse is same as the first. All right, here we go. Here we go. Rampant Growth would be turn 3 Forerunner. That is true. And, I mean, although we've got to start doing something here. Another Voltaic Brawler. I think I just play the Raptor Hatchling here, and then we're just going to pass the turn. I would say Andrew knows this deck better than anybody else. He built it, so we'll see how it works from there. Like we'll see how it works. I'm about to just like try to make a bunch of dudes. I hate it, but I've got to fire this off for protection at this point. Can't just keep taking like this hits. Plus, even if I block this, 6 points of damage are still coming through. We're going to 6 here. Like this is brutal. The only thing I can pray for is he has kill spells. Like if he has kill spells and we can get him to like target before blocks or something, like oh, it'd be so good. Get 2 3/3s. That guy's name is Andrew. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and block and block. I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, invigorating rampage. So we're gonna take a ton anyway. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and cast it. He's got blossoming defense. Wow. We're going to be, what, at 2? Are we at 2? No, we're at 0, just for Xaxes. Wow. Alright, well, I'm going to get back into one more game here with your Dinos deck. I'm going to get into one more game. We're going to give it another shot. Alright, so this looks like a pretty good hand. I would say that this was a pretty decent hand. We now have like all the pieces to the combo except for the last piece. So maybe we'll at least be able to fire it off here. Without removal, any deck goes nowhere in limited or standard. Well, tell me how much removal is in God Pharaoh's Gift. That'll be my rebuttal to that statement. How much removal is in main board God Pharaoh's Gift? I'll wait. Now, do you think that God Pharaoh's Gift is a solid strategy? Do you think it's a good playable strategy? I think so. I think it is. And it doesn't have a lot of removal. This guy's going to go ahead and scoop it up because we're playing Dinosaurs and whatever happened, I don't know. But they do not run counters main board. God Pharaoh's Gift does not. A good God Pharaoh's Gift deck is more worried about its strategy and getting its things off. If you actually look in standard, in history, most good standard decks that have an idea, like the Pro Tour winning deck of Ixalan, had 5 pieces of removal in the main board. Four Fatal Pushes and 1 Vraska's Contempt. Everything else was kill. There wasn't just tons of removal in the deck. So you don't have to build a lot around removal. And honestly, when you're trying to build some type of combo deck or something like that, I don't believe that you believe it's tier 1.5. I believe we need to reschedule the tier because Teamer Energy and Red deck have been busted down a notch. And a turn 4 Chroma is still pretty mean. We have most of the combo. I don't see why we would switch this out. Like, why we wouldn't keep this. We'll find out. All right. And again, that's just my personal opinion on those issues. I just think that most of the really good decks, they're not going to have a lot of, like, mid-range has a mix of, like, right now we've been in a format that's been dominated by these mid-range decks, and mid-range decks are this brew of both good cards in color and good removal in color. So, like, I don't know, it's a little bit different, but yeah, tier 1.5 is still a great deck, guys. Like, tier 1.5 is still a deck that takes tournaments down on a regular basis. Like, just because someone says it's not a tier 1 deck, tier 1 deck is just, like, the way I classify those is I say we're gonna say there's a deck coming up. I mean, an event coming up this weekend. Let's undo that. Let's just cancel. We're going to say there's an event coming up this weekend, and if you ask everyone in the Magic community, about 50% of them would give you at least 1 or 2 lists that were the same. If they give you 8 lists on what they thought that top 8 would be, about 50% of them would name at least 1 or 2 decks that are just, the community just knows those are going to be in the top. They're just going to win. Those are going to be your tier 1 decks. There's going to be a Teamer Energy and a red deck in Ixalan Standard. Not Rivals, because they're not here anymore. But if you also ask anyone, about 30 to 40% would say, 1 or 2 other decks. And those are going to be your 1.5 decks. And then you're going to have about 10 to 20% of just all of these random decks that some people say are there and some people don't. Like, just all of these crazy different decks. And you're going to have those decks, and those are going to be your tier 2, your tier 2.5, things like that. He's going to struggle it. He struggled. All right, whatever, opponent. Okay, so I'm going to put my blocker up here. I like this thing. This dude's really good. I'm going to try to hold on to everything else until it's combo time. Red-green monsters, huh? There was a lot of this in Dallas. Like, I was watching the SCG Dallas event, and there was a lot. Is that main board? No, we're already in the sideboard. That's right. He just scooped up and we went to the side. Okay. Alright, I was going to say, you got to be friggin' kidding me. So he just brought in all the kill. He's like, oh, I'm done. I'm bringing in the kill. Okay, well, I'll play that later. What do we want? A raptor? We just want raptor, right? Absolutely. And we will take Ripjaw. I mean, we have our raptor hatchling. We've got Polyraptor. You guys can't just say raptor in chat anymore. There's like 5 raptors in this deck. Yeah, there's no deck tech for this. I don't even know if it has the deck. No, not my Forerunner. Whatever. We're not dead yet though. And the opponent's stuck on 3 land. We're on turn 5. I'll play land. We can take one more hit, right? Let's go Forerunner. And sorry, for some reason it just doesn't want to let me. There we go. All right. So good to be back to technology out in the woods, missing draft weekend. What are you, in the military? Why were you in the woods? Yes, we would love to use the ability. What do we want to get? What do we want to get? An extra Ripjaw, I think. Extra Ripjaw just means we just draw. So when we play Ripjaw, we're going to draw Ripjaw. So that's happening. Krufix, get in the corner. You hosted Klondike. Alright. You think you just always pull Ripjaw? Maybe. That may be the way to go. Ah! He shuffled my library! Whatever. That's okay. We got a pretty decent card on top. Land? Come on. I'll take a land. Oh. Shit, son. We might get it to happen. It might happen, Andrew. This could be it. This could be it. Oh, snap. No! No, he scooped! He scooped! He had to be a stream sniper. Had to be a stream sniper. Why would you scoop there? He had 7 cards in hand. Why would you scoop to a Ripjaw? Why? Why? Had to be a stream sniper. Had to be somebody. One of you just got caught. Like, I don't know who it is, but whatever. Whatever. Come on. You're right. Alright. I do have to move on to the other decks, though. So, yeah, we knew it was about to happen. We just didn't get to see it happen. I'm sorry, Andrew. I'm sorry. Maybe we'll get to play it again. I know, cries. Like, the entire chat wanted to see that happen. Maybe we'll play it another game here. You guys are going to make me play like 3 or 4 games of each one of these. I know it. I know it. Okay, so I probably shouldn't have jumped into this game. We definitely should have talked about this deck, as this deck's a little bit crazy. Maybe we can talk about it a little bit as we go. Who stole this deck from Saffron Olive? I don't know. Is this a Saffron Olive deck? Because it is. If it is, I don't know. I just got it. Sultai Merfolk. It's Merfolk combo. So there may be a combo there that I don't know. If it is a Saffron Olive deck, then my bad. I definitely got it off of my Reddit, where one of you guys must have posted it. So if it is Saffron Olive's deck, then it means one of my viewers likes Saffron Olive, and I'll just leave it at that. I think we're probably just going to Fatal Push this thing. Don't really have a lot of other cards that we can use here. Mono Black Aggro is not great. Oh, because of combo. Okay, I get what you're saying. Like, oh, it's a combo deck. Somebody had to steal it from Saffron Olive. I like combo and jank just as much as he does. I cannot necessarily give him credit for it. I'll take 2 here before I Fatal Push this. I want to see if he's got something else he wants to throw down. Like, if he plays Heart of Kieran, then I'm going to really wish that I'd kept this Fatal Push, right? So, we'll wait. Scrap Heap. What do we got going on next turn? Could we draw something? Let's say by the Scrap Heap. Okie dokie. Well, we'll see what happens. In World Shaper attacks, you may put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. So we need to top deck a land just so we can get this thing down. And then when this enters the battlefield, we can draw 3 cards and put 2 cards from the top of our library. Okay, so we'll look at the sideboard here real quick. Crazy, crazy deck. Got a lot of control elements, a lot of things like that. I think there's Liliana in this deck. Just a whole bunch of stuff. Come on, land. Come on, land. Give it to us. Come on, land. Ammon Eternal. Wow. Alright. That's a Liliana. Let's go talk about this deck before we actually get into it. I'm going to scoop it up. The opponent can have this win here. We're holding way too many of the big things. Yeah, we're not even going to get back into the next one here. Alright, so let's go talk about this Merfolk mill deck here and the idea behind it. Now, honestly, looking at this deck, I'm not 100% sure we're going to be able to get this one to go off. The Dinosaurs deck worried me a little bit about getting it to go off, but it did look like we were able to finally get it to go off. But this one, on the other hand, 100% worries me about getting it to go off because I played Splendid Reclamation, and that card was not that great. And I think Deb's words were, "Fooled me once, shame on you. You're not going to Splendid Reclamation me again." I don't remember how he said it, but he didn't really like this card. I don't really like this card. Fortunately, I think you need this card well after, you need a handful of Champion Wits and Perpetual Timepieces. You need to do a lot of things and then kind of play this card and then just get it killed. So, yeah, Splendid Reclamation definitely underperformed. It looked like it was going to be a great interaction, a great card, and it ended up not being a great card. Now, there were some really cool interactions you could do with it, and there was a bunch of crazy stuff that you could do with it, but World Shaper here is not even as fast as that sorcery speed was, so I don't really know if this is just what I would like out of a deck, and I don't think the deck has enough to fight against the meta, so I don't really know where we're going to go with this, but the idea is to have enough creatures to start forcing down Tishana, Voice of Thunder, and kind of go from there. Whether or not that'll work, I guess that's kind of up to, we'll see here in the deck. But we've got some Duresses in the sideboard: Negate, Moment of Craving, Crook of Condemnation, Vraska's Contempt, and a 4th Yahenni's Expertise. Now, the way I understand it, you're supposed to get all of this stuff down before you Yahenni's Expertise and start attacking and things like that. It's Journey to Eternity, Liliana, so definitely whoever, you guys were definitely, coming after my heart here with the Liliana and the World Shaper and the Journey of Eternity. But I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to play it a game or two. We'll see how it works, and then we'll go from there. Rogue Refiner, right? Yeah, exactly. We need Rogue Refiner. Yeah. Okay, so we've got a black source. We can force our way into a green source by turn 3 if we need to, so we have it on turn 4. Yeah, I'll keep. It's better than getting stuck like we were last game. So, I'm probably going to wipe early with this deck. If it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get the combo to fire off, then I'm probably just going to scoop up and we'll go into another game. I would like to be able to show you guys the combo, but as far as consistency goes, I don't know if we're going to get there as far as that goes. I'll just play the tap land, and then we're gonna go ahead and, what can we do on turn 2? Really need to top deck. Top deck a green source would be really nice. Be able to get down this channeler. Now, this week is only... Ooh, alright. Well, at least we get to make a play here. So, at least this is something. Alright, so... Unfortunately, we can't actually do anything other than mill ourselves with Perpetual Timepiece. So, yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, you want to see the Pirates? Yeah, I want to get back into the Pirates too. We'll see the Pirates again. We had the Pirates at the beginning. We'll play the Pirates again at the end. Unfortunately, we were waiting on Manatraders to get us the Pirates, like all of the cards for the Pirates. So we have those now. So we get to go back. We get to ram some Pirates, turn them sideways, put them right up some candy. You guys can fill it in from there. Are we late enough for bourbon? Are we there yet? Huh? I think I'm going to have to refill my glass. Well, we didn't have everything for Pirates, Andrew, so I'm actually going to have to go back and play at least one more game with Pirates. So you guys are going to get some more games. I really hope that this deck can fire off. Unlaundered Winch has provided a few really good decks for us in the past, so he may have something here that I'm just not ready for. It may just be so powerful that in just a moment we see it go off and go absolutely ham, but maybe not as well. We'll see what happens. We're going to get into combat here. We're going to take our 2. As soon as we get priority, we're going to go ahead and mill ourselves for 2. Looking for those lands to go away. We instead toss a Liliana and a Yahini's Expertise. That would have been absolutely terrific. I don't like this card. I don't like this card at all. Although, this card will allow us to throw things back into the library. So that part of it, maybe I do like. Either way, we've got to get a green source. So we're gonna take our 6 points of damage here. Yeah, we are, because that's happening. Ooh. He got the climb. No way he flips it. He has to put it over here. He can't put it here. He cannot put it on the Jade Light. Alright, that's what I thought. So, unfortunately, I do need to just go ahead and sack to get my green. There better be a forest in this deck. Better be a forest. There is one forest in the deck. Alright, cool. Hey, sometimes you guys give me decks that I have no clue what's going on. Now he's got negate mana up. Oh yeah. What is going on? Oh, jeez. You gotta be kidding me. Really, dude? Really? Whatever, I won't show the rest. I don't know how to get that to go away now. Another Perpetual Timepiece. Holy cow. Alright, what do we do here? I'm just going to play a blocker. And I guess we can Perpetual Timepiece this stuff away. So we draw a bunch of cards. We're going to throw this and what else do we want? I guess the Prophet? Sure. So this turn we we mill a land and something else. I guess next turn we just play Forerunner and then put the World Shaper on top. I'm so confused. What is the name of this deck? What's it supposed to be? The deck is supposed to be like a Merfolk combo. It is a you self-mill yourself. So you mill yourself and you get this effect where when your Merfolk dies, you get all of the lands from the graveyard put back onto the battlefield, kind of like the old card Splendid Reclamation. And holy cow, what is this? Yeah, that's a thing. Well, whew. That's a pretty big creature there. And a Merfolk Branchwalker to top it off. Yeah, I think we're dead here. Hey, look. An Ipnu Rivulet. So, unfortunately, there's just nothing else we can do. Like, I could play whatever we want, and it's just not going to matter. Unless we have a flyer, it's just not going to matter. And we can't get down the flyer. So, I think in like the perfect world, we would just go grab the World Shaper, and then next turn we'd like play World Shaper. World Shaper would become a blocker for us, and yeah. So Dimir Simic, yeah, that makes up Sultai. Dimir is the Ravnica house for blue black is Dimir. Simic is the blue-green, and then I think when it comes to Sultai, that's one of the clans of Tarkir. So I think that's how it works. Abzan, I am ready for some Abzan control. Profane Profession looks so good. I want to play with that card. Yeah, we're just destroyed here, guys. Yeah. Just utterly destroyed. And the guy, and what's sad is the guy didn't even know what we were doing. He's like, "What? What? Are they playing cards?" I'm getting rid of this timepiece because it's a do nothing, doing nothing. I'd rather like play things. This is it, guys. Like, this was the only Merfolk deck that was submitted on the Reddit. So that ain't on me. I could have went in and like built a different Merfolk deck, and we would have had a Merfolk deck to look at. But you know, right? This kind of is just a do nothing. Well, it's a good idea, and I appreciate Unlaundered Winch for bringing the idea to us. But I think Deb said it best when, you know, when he was talking about how bad Splendid Reclamation was and how it fooled once, and we all tried to play with it like it looked like it was a great card, and then now they're going to put it on a body and make it cost the same amount, but yet you got to like jump through hoops to get it to go off. So now it's even harder to get to work than it was before. Nah, no thanks. No thanks. Like, Splendid Reclamation is just the card itself just doesn't call for me. You did not miss it, Austin. I'm going to finish this game out with the Merfolk deck that is just horrible. And then I'm jumping back over to Pirates, and I'm going to get in 2 more games. Let me pull up the thingy here so we can show the thing and do the thing, you know, with all the things. What am I missing for this part? An Admiral Beckett Brass. I don't have to have an Admiral Beckett Brass. We could always just like throw in the Scarab God. Bam. there now. So yeah, we've actually got a Grixis Pirates list. I might actually run that as well, although it did not get voted for, so probably not going to run it. We are going to run the one that got voted for now that we have all the cards for it. So I'll jump back over into that here in just a moment. So if you guys think you missed it, you haven't. You have not missed the Pirates. There is another shot at Pirates. It's Pirates. Pirates. Right, the Scarab God's basically, he's an honorary pirate. Well, honestly, the Scarab God was in that slot beforehand, and I wanted it to be more about pirates, so I had actually submitted the Beckett brass in place so that we could play more with pirates. But, you know, it's cool. We can always just throw the Scarab God back in. Or I could go pick up a Beckett brass. Like, how much does Beckett brass cost? Like, $2 online, maybe? Maybe. I can just grab one. Okay, we get to play first with no land. I'm going to mulligan. We've got 2 land, 3 land, 3 land, and we'll try it, guys. We're going to try it. Like, really? Scarson. Scarson is the one who actually created the Grixis Pirates deck that almost got played. I almost played that one, and then one of the Patreons cashed in his points to get his +2 upvote for the month. So he cashed in his entire month to beat your Pirates deck. Right? Well, granted, he couldn't have been like 1 point here and 1 point on another. That's not how it works. You vote for one or not. You're hitting. Well, $5 patrons, even though they don't get a guarantee to get their deck played during Patreon, the Patreon games, the $5 patrons get to pick one deck a month to upvote, to give it a +2 upvote on. So one of the patrons actually upvoted his son's deck, which was the Red-Black Pirates deck that we got. So you got booted out there, Sean, but I will say this, your version of Pirates, something very close to that's going to get played soon anyway. I'm going to throw some Fathom Fleet captains in a version that's really close to yours, because I think that, you know, the guy who turns things into 0/1s and giving menace and things like that are just awesome, awesome. Right. He didn't, at least the guy, like, he showed a little honor there, and he didn't just vote for his own deck. He used his Patreon privileges to help get his son's deck played. So, you know, as a dad myself, I got to get behind that. I kind of got to support that. Absolutely. Sean's like, I can get behind that. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So hopefully the opponent will decide whether or not he's keeping these 6 cards. Right, he can feel the dad power. Hopefully JJ's still around. It might be a little late for JJ. I don't know what part of the world they're in, but if those guys are still around, we'll be playing their deck here in just a little while. Come on, opponent. Unlaundered Winch, are you here tonight? I forget who it is that posts the Unlaundered. It's not Jansen. Is Laundered Winch Jansen? Nah. Is it? Might be. If it is Jansen, he'll understand that we just didn't play his deck. Okay, opponent. You got me. Congratulations, opponent. Congratulations, you got it. Not trying that Merfolk deck again. Let's jump to, not Grixis Pirates, but we're going to go to Rakdos Pirates. You love your Grixis Pirates list? I actually like Grixis Pirates too. So since now, I think Dev's going to have to come out with a Pirates deck. As soon as he comes out with Pirates, then he'll have done all 4. And then at that point, I'm going to start opening up with my Pirates. Man, if we could top deck a black, it would be good. I'm going to mulligan. I almost want to mulligan again. It seems really bad to not have a creature on the play. It seems real bad to not have a creature on the play. So, yeah, that's a thing. And then we get our worst 1-drop. So, as good as that is, I need something to play between now and then. I can always play in the Dragon Skull Summit tapped, but I think we'll just run it down. Okay, so we've got the main 60 here that was posted, so we definitely have all of JJ's deck. So, Mr. Jackson, I hope you hope your deck plays well for us now that we have the full thing. And if it doesn't play well for us, we're going to jump to Grixis anyway. I've already played more than the 4 matches that we would normally play for tonight, but I don't care. You guys are still here. You're still watching. Yeah, Grixis is 3 colors. Grixis is blue, red, black. Well, JJ, we've got your Jeff. He couldn't make it. The sun is still awake. Dad has passed out. That's pretty good. All right. Well, we're hitting land. Isn't that cute? All right, so we're gonna do 1 point of damage here. I guess it's a really good time to talk about that. Some of the features that my Patreons have. If you're a $1 Patreon, once a month you're allowed to upvote 1 deck, 1 vote. So if there's a bunch of decks on the Reddit that are, they all have 2 votes. If you're a $1 Patreon, you can just post the link or post the name of the deck that you would like to upvote, and you can use your upvote. If you're a $5 patron, you get a +2 vote. And then if you're a $10 patron, you don't get any votes, but you get a guaranteed deck run. Whatever deck you want, $10, I'll run your deck. Guaranteed, no questions asked. Like, whatever you want, I'll run it. I'll also give you a comprehensive, breakdown of what I think of the deck, and I will give you upgrades or even budgets for the deck if you want. And that also comes with the ability to ask me to play a tilt deck. So some of you guys might want me to just play 60 islands and be extremely upset about it the entire time. I can do that. I ask that you try to have a little bit of sophistication amongst yourself and try to build something that looks like it might be able to win, that doesn't have a win con in it. But, if you want me to play 60 islands, I'll do it. I won't play 60 swamps or anything else. I want to at least be able to bluff that I'm countering. But I'll play 60 islands. Anyway, so all of those options are there for you guys. If you want them on the Patreon. That was about the best options I could offer people for Patreon. Also, if you're a $5 Patreon, there's a lot of other content you can get, but that's just how the voting thing works. But that doesn't mean that if you're not a Patreon, your deck is not admissible for the week. 3 of the decks today are non-Patreons, are non-patrons. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you're just out of luck because you're not a Patreon. So I don't want that to discourage anyone from getting over to our Reddit and posting your decks. So he's tapped out. I mean, I guess we just run into this whatever it is. Hey, at least we get to start swinging for some damage, right? What am I playing tonight? Right now I'm playing Black Red Pirates, but we've pretty much wrapped everything up. I like Nicol Bolas. What do you mean when you pop Nico out on turn 5 and only play red, black, blue? What, you have that many? How do you... Kenny, what? What type of board state do you have that you're only paying red, black, blue for Nicol Bolas? I want to hear this. I want to know what's going on. Treasures. Okay, it better be like... I'm like, what? Like, what do I not know? How many Ajantis or Oath of Ajani are you getting down? Alright, so it's just Captain Lannery. Okay. I can get behind some Captain Lannery Storm, dude. Like, Captain Lannery Storm is awesome. Awesome. I love that card. I had it in the sideboard of my little red-white my red-white approach deck for a while. Man, Captain Lannery Storm is just great. Oh, Statuary. Oh, man. Yeah, Statuary and Lannery Storm. Okay. That seems good. You don't use Captain? There's a lot of good pirates that could be used. I think that that's one of the things that Wizards did really good with the last couple sets. They overwhelmed us with so many good good pirates and things like that. So he threw away a Settle the Wreckage. Like, he just dumped one into the graveyard and passed. He's like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need another settle. I'm just going to settle here. So I'm only going to swing with one. Yep. Oh yeah, all like you're right. All the tribes got a lot of love. You can definitely tell that Wizards wanted to push. So does he get the attack? I didn't think he would. Well, that happened. That definitely happened. All artifact spells, all non-artifact spells gain improvise. Absolutely. Yeah, I think you guys are 100% right on. You know, like, Wizards definitely push tribal. And I guess with the ban now, you know, tribal can be a thing, but watching the SCG tour or like the team constructed this weekend, the pros weren't bringing tribal to the table, and something tells me that they probably practiced and know what they're doing, but they weren't bringing tribal to the table. Does this resolve? I mean, he's really thinking about it. I guess if you had a counter, you just counter it. So now he's reading it going, what? What is he going to do to me with this? Mono Red, Teamer Energy, Grixis Energy, GPG be the top decks. So I'm going to say Ixnay on the Mono Red, Ixnay on the Teamer Energy, Grixis Energy, GPG, probably. I think Teamer Energy is no longer top deck. The fact that Hydra is now interactable, like you can now interact with Hydra. Honestly, I would put Mono Black Aggro up there above Teamer Energy. I would put the Path of Metal deck where you have Mono Red. So I think we're looking at the top 3 decks right now, or top 4 decks. Probably GPG is in that. I don't know where the GPG deck is going, but GPG is probably in that. Let's go ahead and make him discard and lose some life. And then we'll swing into the Settle the Wreckage here real quick. He just discarded another Settle the Wreckage. Like, we know he's got Settle. Jeebus. 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 Why is the Planeswalker Angrath more expensive than the Flame Chain? I don't know. I think it's because everyone actually liked Angrath, the Planeswalker one. Right? Well, he ain't baiting me in. I mean, I'm going in. I'm going in head first here. I've got to push some damage, and right now 3 damage will work. I mean, if I thin my deck for 2, then I'll take it. So, settle away, buddy. Settle away. Oh my god. He had to Settle the Wreckage, guys. Whoa. Whoa. He got me. Wow. I just didn't see it coming. Although Ixalan's binding on Angrath is going to be pretty brutal. I don't know. I think actually right now the 6-mana Angrath's pretty good. Oh yeah, of course he had another Settle. Right? Why do you get rid of Settle 1 and 2 if you don't have to Settle 3? Come on, get real, dude. Get real. I mean, he even gets to flip his Search for Azcanta right here. So, yeah, Matt G, I think that instead of Mono Red, Teamer, Grixis, GPG, I think we've got a format of GPG still being one of the top decks. Definitely. Grixis Energy being one of the top decks. I think most of the 4-color energy decks and things like that, they can easily just slide into to Grixis and can even keep Vraska in the decks. I actually think that just losing green is probably not that hard for those decks. So, you know, that's a thing, I guess. All right, we'll just make him discard here and. What, does he disallow this? He's going to Glimmer. So, if he can't find an answer to this, I think the ultimate's going to kill him. I mean, we're a couple turns off of ultimating, though. Okay, well, do your thing, opponent. He gets rid of a Fumigate and goes to 2. Or it takes 2. Red-white approach might be a thing. It could be. There's a lot of good decks out there that were just so close to being on the fringe. But one of the things that red-white approach was terrific at was actually fighting Teamer. And with Teamer being gone, I think a lot of those decks that were thought to be really good in the meta because they could battle Teamer, I don't know if they're going to be as good as they used to be. Sunbird's Invocation will never be a thing. Wow. Julio, I don't know how to respond to that, man. I mean, you hit me where it hurts. I mean, you cut me deep right there, dude. That, oof. Sunbird's Invocation will never be a thing. All right, so we go to 7. I don't think we can bring him down enough. We'll go to 7. He draws a bunch of cards. And then we'll go to 8. Yeah. Don't know how well we're going to get there. What does he have? If he just has another copy of Approach in his hand, then, you know, it's over. Another thing that I would say, JJ, is make sure you got some Lost Legacies in your sideboard. I didn't put any in the sideboard of this, but also, guys, I think this Bant approach list that that Jim Davis was playing in Dallas this weekend. I think as soon as people actually start seeing that list, you guys are going to be highly surprised at how powerful that list is. So, right, like, man, I have a hard time saying that Sunbirds is never going to amount to anything. Like, I love that card. Like, Sunbirds is a good card, man. I really like the card, and I think one of the reasons is just we didn't see a lot of play out of Sunbirds was because we had so many people just going, hey, here's your Teamer Energy, here's your red deck. They just weren't trying other things. And right now we're in a Brewers meta. Like we currently, right? Like Julio struck, he cut me deep. Wow, Sunbirds just ain't never gonna be nothing. Ain't never gonna be nothing. Ain't gonna amount to nothing. Ain't no good for nothing. Like, oh wow, worse than my dad. I take that. My dad never said anything bad to me. I had a great dad. I had great parents. I still got a great dad. He's awesome. All right. Well, you glimmer. You keep 2, and then you throw one of them away. And then so he gets to go 4 cards deep here. What did he do? He cast Glimmer, he put a card on the bottom of his library, and then he drew 2 cards. So, and now he's going to search for Azcanta. So, that's 3, 7, yeah. Good job, opponent. Good job. Good job, opponent. And that's Approach. I mean, I'll let him cast it. I will let him cast it. Everyone always scoops before they get a chance to cast it, but I'll let him. You played a red-green Sunbirds with big dinos. It worked the first match till you sideboarded it and never stood it. Yeah. If you're looking at win percentage, it may be slow, but all in all, it's fun to play. You're talking about like Approach, because I think Approach is one of the strongest decks you can play right now. Honestly, like seriously, guys, if you have not gotten a chance to look at SCG from this weekend, look at. He's going to scoop it up here. Look at the deck. I don't know if they're even going to post it, but Jim Davis, like we might, can we even find that list? Give me just one. Let's find this. All right, team constructed. MTG SCG Dallas deck list. Does this work? Can we find anything? Is anything team constructed? Yeah, sure. Nope. We've got the. This was this weekend here, but I can't find the list. They haven't posted the list yet. As soon as they post the list, I'm going to bring you guys that Bant approach list, but unfortunately, that's all the games I've got for tonight, guys. We've tried to run this Rakdos Pirates a half a dozen times, and people just keep scooping on us. Every time we play the other list, people just keep scooping on us. So it's like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, this matchup again. Okay, so one of the things I think that the meta is going to turn into is a lot of, hey, I've built this deck. I have good matchups. I have bad matchups. And you're going to run into that. Oh, well, that's my bad matchup. I'm just going to have to, you know, kind of scoop on that one. But don't give up on the Grixis Pirates. We'll be looking at Grixis Pirates later this week when I run my own Pirates deck. And I'll probably definitely give a shout out to this particular Grixis Pirates list when we do that. But that is all I have got for tonight, guys. Hit up the Reddit if you want to see your deck posted or played next week. Keep can't post the link. Decks posted on MTG Go Fish. Dude, you can post the link. You can 100% post the link. All of these decks were made from people posting links. So 100% you can post the link on Reddit and talk about it and put a message out and everything else. Sean, we'll definitely see your Grixis Pirates at some point. Remember, if you do post on Reddit, none of those decks are out of the running until the end of Rivals. So everything until from the first day of Rivals on the 15th, I think, is the cutoff date. So everything from January 15th until the next set comes out, if you post your deck, it is in the runnings to hit the Subscriber Sunday. A lot of other things for you. Posting in the Discord. There you go. Rich is posting in the Discord. If you want to see that deck list that he's talking about there, you can. But anyway, the Bant Approach list. Look out for that. I'm going to be playing Bant Approach as soon as I get a chance. Jim Davis had an awesome show. Kenny Smith, Eric, do you want me to post my Grixis Pirates list? Absolutely, man. I want all of you guys to post your list. I was actually a little upset that we only had like one vampire list, one dinosaur list. There wasn't a lot of fighting for votes and things like that. But again, we're kind of small, so that kind of happens. And I will say this: thank you all for subscribing. Every one of you that have subscribed, thank you. We're growing. And yeah, if we keep growing, then at one point we'll have a voice and we'll have a lot of other things. Do the Patreon people get one deck a month? Okay, so there's a couple different tiers of Patreon, and there is a tier of Patreon people that get a deck played in the Patreon games, one deck a month. And January will be our first Patreon games. I'm going to be running that next Saturday. I'm running the Patreon games. So anyone who wants to get their deck, like they just guaranteed you want a deck run every month. I got an option for that. I don't just run those decks. I deck doctor those decks. I'll break those decks down for you. I'll tell you exactly what I think of it, whether you like it or not. So do understand that if you are buying that $10 Patreon, you are buying an honest opinion. And you may not like what is said about it, but that is what you're paying for. Friend or no friend, I'm going to tell you exactly what I think about it. So anyway, that's all I've got for tonight, guys. If you want to check out the offers I have for you guys over on Patreon, you can just look in the description box and the link below. It'll take you there. Everything else, though, you can find out through some of the links or just head to the Reddit. Subscribe to the channel, like, share, all the other things. I am tired, guys. That's it. That's all I've got for tonight. I had a ton of fun. I hope you guys had fun. We'll see you next time here on Sideboard MTG. Yeah, Sideboard MTG.